Hi there, this is Ben Hewlett. This is the recording of a recent Q&A that I did with a bunch of students. Hope you enjoy it, see what you can learn, pick out the gold dust. There's some nuggets in there. And if you feel you'd like to join these students live, then you can. You can just get in touch with me and ask to come to one of the Q&A sessions. Okay, thanks a lot. And don't forget, if you find this useful and you like it and you want some more, then you'll need to subscribe here and then you'll get some more. Okay, enjoy. Right, so what are we? Friday, 19th September 2025. Okay, so we've got, this is a Q&A, and let's see what we've got. So your question, Trevor.
Yes, I just wanted to know the best source for tabs. I've been working on this repertoire that you have advised us.
Perfect.
That would be good, and I've been having trouble getting tabs. And I was just wondering if you had a special source for them other than YouTube.
Yes, the best source is work it out yourself.
Just try to get on the internet and...
No. Use your ears and your brain. Don't use the internet.
Okay. To get tabs for songs?
You have to write them out yourself.
Write them out yourself.
Getting somebody else's tabs is cheating, and it's probably wrong.
So what I take a song from Spotify, listen to it, and make up my own tabs?
Yep. This is the world of music. It's called transcribing.
Okay.
Do you know the names of the notes on the C harmonica?
I have them in my on my iPhone. Yes.
Please don't tell me you got them off the internet.
I did.
Work it out for yourself. Don't trust anybody. We know this. Don't trust anything you read or see or hear about. So the names of the notes for your C harmonica should be memorized in your head. On the blow side, it's C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C. Just write that down, Trevor, if you don't have it. Yep. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C. That's the 10 blow notes.
Yes.
The 10 draw notes are D, G, like Director General. DG, BDFA, BDFA. That's the 10 draw notes. That's the C harmonica. Draw yourself a map of the harmonica on paper.
Yep.
And apply the notes to the correct holes. Then when you start bending notes, you can apply whatever the bent notes are as well to that, and you'll end up with something like this, which I wrote out for myself before the internet existed. Take a snapshot of that if you want to. If it stops fading away. Sorry. There you go.
Can you move it over just to your right, please? Just a little bit to your right. Thank you. Good. Okay.
That's for an A harmonica. Because I've written it all out for all the different harmonicas.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you've got to do it. It behooves you to do it. This is your instrument. You've got to find out what works. So there's my C harmonica. This is the same for all of them. And this is the individual details. And I recommend everybody does this. Until you know whether the Then if you find an app that you like, or something on the internet that you like, check that it's correct. So here's the C harmonica.
T, G. Okay.
So that tells me all the blow notes, all the draw notes in the center here.
Yeah.
And it tells me the draw bending notes here, blow bending notes here, the overblows here, the overdraws here, and all the 12 positions here. It's pretty much all I need to know for the theory of, you know, what's there, what works, what's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? And then I've got that. That's for the D flat harmonica. So I've just worked all this out and got a few of them wrong and figured it out using my keyboard. So you use a piano keyboard to help you figure this stuff out. And then you really know.
Okay.
And then you find a song. And if you can, sometimes you'll find a song with the note names written on it. Or if you can learn to read the written music, it's very, very simple at its simple level, like tunes that you're going to play, you know, without bending notes are going to be very easy to read. It's very, very simple to read music. I wouldn't shy away from it at all. Have you tried reading music?
I haven't got. I'm only on milestone 2, and I'm getting into it now.
Have you tried in the past reading music?
No, I'm totally naive on music.
Okay.
When I started.
If you had, you've probably seen in the guy with the steamed up mirror, he just gets his hand and goes. So that gives him 5 lines, doesn't it? 1 line per finger. And that's the stave. That's what we call the stave.
Mm-hmm.
And then you either place your circular notes on the line, like they've been skewered, like a tomato on a barbecue, or in the gaps between. So it's either called on the line or in the gap. So just work, and you'll find that on the internet, and you can probably believe that because it's fairly uniform.
Okay.
That's what I would do. Or you buy a book that is pretty much guaranteed to be right. So the one that I recommend is the 200 Songs for Harmonica by Olaf Boom.
Yeah, I've got that.
So that's the one I recommend because I think his tabs are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to somewhere like HarpTab or harptabs.com, you'll find it's not accurate. A lot of it is just people putting things on. It's like Wikipedia or something. You can put your own, you can add to it. A lot of people, I've tried it a few times and I just go, hang on, I mean, that's not right. Is it me? Must be me. Because it's written down by somebody else, it must be right. And you work it out and you go, no, it's not me. It's wrong. It's simply wrong. They've just made mistakes. So I wouldn't trust that stuff.
Okay.
Tabs is a very poor form of helping your musical memory. If you know the tune, I think it can be very valid. I don't have a problem with it if you know the tune. But it doesn't tell you anything about the rhythm. So if you don't know the tune, tabs are virtually useless.
So if I take a song on Wikipedia, or not Wikipedia, but Spotify.
Yeah.
And I listen to it.
And you sing it.
And I sing it. And
sing it till you've got it in your memory. Mm-hmm. Sing it with the words, sing it without the words, sing it with la la la. And just go into it in great detail before you get near a harmonica. So being able to sing, whistle or hum a tune or a song is really the first step, I think. There's no way you're going to be able to do it if you can't do that, unless you can read music. If you can sight read music, that's like being able to read a book. You open the page and read the words. But if you can't read the words, what are you going to do? You open a book and go, can't read this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a recording of somebody speaking it? That's what you're faced with, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be written in a language that you don't understand. It could be written in Swahili or something. Well, that's like tabs. It doesn't help unless you can fully understand it all. But some of those tunes that you've chosen, they're quite well-known tunes. You should be able to find good recordings and listen to many different recordings of different versions. Get to know the song, get to know the versions you like. You can learn the song without knowing the tabs, without going through that process. You could say, all right, well, I want to learn this, Oh Susanna, how does it go? It says my connection is unstable, so don't worry if I drop out, I'll be back. Say you want to learn Oh Susanna. So it starts on da and finishes on da. So it must be in the key of da, whatever that is. So then what note is that? Da. Well, I would grab a keyboard or a C harmonica. Da. So it turns out that's the note of D because it's one draw on a C harmonica. So if that's the song that if that's the key I need to play it in, if that's the harmonica I've got, I'll try to play it on that harmonica. If I think, well, I better try it on a D harmonica, it's going to be easier. That might be easier. But if you can sing it anyway, da, da. So I can now, in my head, transpose it with singing to C. So I was singing it in D. Now I'll transpose it in my head without any thought process at all and without the aid of a safety net. I can just do it instantly by starting note. The voice is incredible because you can transpose into any key you want instantly without having to think at all. Any instrument is a hurdle to make that difficult. Say you wanted to play that, you wanted to sing that song in E. Or F sharp. Easy peasy, no problem. On any instrument, that's a hurdle. It's a physical difficulty, a technical, intellectual difficulty. So I think, well, you're very free with the voice, whistling, singing, humming. Get that really sorted with any tune you want to play. Get that really, really solid, and then apply it to your instrument. Definitely you want to have a keyboard nearby. Piano keyboard. Definitely. If you're learning songs. Because also you might find, well, I need the key, I need the chord. I can look at the chart of the song and it tells me it starts with a C chord. So I want to be able to play that on the keyboard. So all of these things help tremendously. Any of those possible for you? Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Sounds like, holy cow, just to play a tune. But that's the thing about it. You've got to get it on the hard drive to be able to do it. If you're improvising, that's different because you just make stuff up when you're improvising. That's different. You're talking about playing a specific melody that somebody goes, aha, that's a horse with no name. I'll join in because I know how the song goes. So in that particular case, you have to get it right, or right-ish, don't you? You want it to be recognisable. You want someone to say, yep, that's horse with no name, yep. So this just takes a wee bit of time. But it's completely doable, completely doable.
Okay. Sounds good.
Are you overwhelmed?
Yep.
Okay, so the first thing is just let yourself be a bit underwhelmed now. Let all that go.
Yeah.
Just sing it. That's all. Sing and sing and sing and sing, and then try it on the harmonica. It'll probably work.
All right.
Anybody else got any thoughts on this? How do you approach a song? Where's Ed? Come on, Ed. Where are you? He's eating his beans and chips. This must be a Friday night if it's beans and chips. There he is. Oh, he'll come back to us later, I expect. Anybody else?
Just got me pizza.
A pizza. Oh, God. It's nice, isn't it? Well, we'll perhaps come back to this later, Ed, when you're finished. Let's see if there's anybody else. If you've got a song you want to play, like Horse with No Name or Jambalaya or whatever the song is, how do you approach it?
We didn't hear any of that, Ben. You were cut out for the whole sentence there.
Oh, really? God. Supposing you want to play a particular song, a song of like a melody, a specific melody. What's your approach on this? I'm not talking about improvising or blues or something like that. I'm talking about a particular tune, melody, which needs to be right in order for it to be recognisable.
Well, I, funnily enough, did exactly that last week because somebody mentioned, it might have been Tuller actually, somebody mentioned the Irish song called
Ed, you got no sound.
Haven't?
I can hear him.
I think it's you. You're right.
That's it.
I got him loud and clear.
I think you've got a dodgy wire somewhere, Sean.
You reckon?
You've got lots of dodgy wires.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I think it might have been Tuller that mentioned it. Irish song, the Fields of Athen Rye. Now, I did know of the song, and I'm sure I must have heard it in the past.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it. But I listened to the originals, David Alexander singing it. I thought, that's very nice, that'll go on the harmonica. So I decided to do it.
Yep.
So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to know the tune. If you don't know the tune, then it's just never going to work. 95% of what I do, I know the tune very well, but this one I didn't. So I've got to learn the tune. So you can listen to the song a few times and pick up the tune. But the first thing I did was I went on harp tabs and downloaded somebody's transcription of it, which wasn't very good. But the thing with harp tabs is that it usually goes line with tabs, line of lyrics, line of tabs, line of lyrics. And when you're learning the song, if you've got the lyrics next to the notes, then you that makes sense because you can place where you are in the song, and that works for more songs that you know.
So it might help, but you've got to check. It might be right and it might be wrong. That's the point, isn't it?
Oh, but yeah. But the going back to the tabs, obviously I didn't particularly know the tune, but I listened to it a couple of times, and it's not a complex tune, but there are some unexpected twists and turns in it. But what I do then is when I've come, I've basically learnt the tune for a few minutes, so I know what, I listen to it a few times. Then I'll write out the tab, and I'll do that literally note by note.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Makes sense.
Blast, so. It's like in phrases, isn't it, Ben? So the first phrase might be 4 or 5 or 6 notes.
But you'd want to have the lyrics written down as well.
Yeah, you've got the lyrics. I've got the lyrics on my Word document with in this case with the tab as well. But I'm wanting to check the tab or and amend the tab. Yeah. So the first tab is on a lonely by a lonely prison wall. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 notes. Well, that's easy enough. So you get your harmonica, you listen to him singing it, play the tab and see if it sounds like that. If it doesn't, correct the notes that are wrong, and just go through the whole tune like that. Now, of course, once you've got one version of the verse 1, and once you've got one version of the chorus, that's most of your work done.
Yeah.
Because the verses will have variations in, and I think it's important. I'm a bit OCD with it. If there's a little variation in the song, I'll want my version to be correct as to that. But you could get away with playing exactly the same melody in the first verse without the variations. Nobody would notice unless they... track, and if you tabbed it up in the same key as the original song, which is what I do because I don't like to play in a different key than what the original song is, so that's got the added benefit that the backing tracks, unless they're for a female voice or something, the backing tracks that you can get for free on YouTube will all be in the right key. It doesn't matter if they're not, because if you've got a lovely bit of software called Transcribe, you can change the key in 1 second, but it's in the right key to start with. So then you find your backing track and then play along, and if you've got Transcribe, you can play it at slow speed until you get used to it, and then speed it up a bit, and so that's pretty much my whole process for a song that I don't know.
And I think if you've got a phrase, say it's got 7 notes on it, see if you can get the first one, write it down, and then from there try and find the second one, and then to find the third one, play the first 2 and sort of take a run at it. And then you find, okay, I got the first 3, take a run at it and get the 4th one down and sketch it out. And then look at it later and go, oh, okay, well, I think I've got one of those wrong, but the rest are right. So you gradually get there. It just takes a little while.
So that's the opening of the Fields of Athen Rye. So in that case, by a lonely prison wall, I might put in a little, if there's like a broken word, I might put in a little hyphen or something. And I do try to put the notes above the words.
Yeah.
So if you look at line 2, I heard a young girl call awing. Well, obviously it goes, because that's a run rather than a single note. So you just tab it up like that.
You're going to publish this, Ed, because you've got loads of these now, haven't you?
Yeah, I got loads. Yeah.
How many have you got?
Maybe 50, 60.
That's a book.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 books.
They're all copyright, aren't they? I don't know.
Well, if they're protected by copyright, you can always give them away.
Yeah. Well, I suppose heart tabs is the same thing, isn't it? I mean, people put the tabs up for the music, but I mean, I don't suppose it is copyright, isn't it? Because you're not playing the music, you're not reproducing the music,
you're writing the lyrics and putting some odd numbers next to them.
Yeah, I think the copyright on Fields of Athen Rye might have expired about 150 years ago or something.
I don't know. Normally,
well, it was written. Apparently, it was written in the times where they were sending people to Australia for nicking
loaves of bread. Well, that could be any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Copyright is for another time. That's the legal thing. Let's leave that for now. Okay.
In fact, I'm play that tomorrow if we're doing the open mic.
Yeah, we're doing an open mic tomorrow. And by the way, have you all put something into the competition? Today, I believe, is the deadline. You've all put something in, right?
I'm calculating there is some hours left to do that.
Yes, there are. Yeah, just put it in anyway. They've extended it by a week, so they'll be delighted if they get it tomorrow.
Extending it?
They already extended it by a week.
You should. You
What's
shouldn't
the
have told her
final
that.
day
She was going to do
today?
it today, Ben.
Today is supposed to be the last day, isn't it? But just put it in anyway. Just put it in over the weekend.
Yeah. I plan to do something, but I
Well,
haven't
don't
got
wait
time.
too long.
No, I know.
I just sent
12
an email
o'clock.
around to everybody to remind them.
At 12 o'clock at UK time. Yeah.
I don't
Is
know.
enough.
I don't know. It's only an email. It's going to an email. So when he looks at his emails in the morning, he'll look at his emails and he'll see, oh, there's a few more came in overnight. So I shouldn't worry about it. Just get on with it. As soon as we finish this call, do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think we've explored that. That was a good question, Trevor. Thank you very much. That took half an hour. We only need one more question and that's the whole night done, isn't it? Okay, good stuff. Who's next? So you can mute again. Now Neil's next. So Trevor and Tula, you can mute. Trevor, Neil, you can unmute.
Okay. Right, can you hear me all? Everyone
Yes,
hear me?
sir.
Yeah, okay, right. Well, as I say in the fast show, this last week I've generally been trying to play single notes, and I think I can possibly manage to give an attempt at Happy Birthday. I'm doing it on an A harmonica. The reason for that being I've got one or two harmonicas here, and it just seemed the notes just seem to come out a bit better on the A
Okay.
harmonica. I don't know quite don't really know why, but anyway it did. So I'll give this a go if you can just bear with me for a minute.
Okay. Is that E for apple or E for elephant?
A for apple.
Okay.
Right. Right. No, wait a minute.
Yay! Give the man a round of applause. Perfect.
That was
Perfect in all respects except one. There weren't any single notes.
oh right, okay. Well, it was supposed to be single notes, right?
That's what I feared.
Right.
That was two notes. You were playing two notes. So if you're playing two notes, that means your mouth is about that wide.
Okay.
So it needs to be about half that.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to say your mouth is too big, but it isn't small enough.
Right. Right. Okay.
Wouldn't be nice to say that. Can you make it a little bit smaller?
Well, I'll give it a go. Wait a minute.
Go on then. Give it a go. Okay,
No,
that was
can hear it.
considerably better.
You think so? Oh, well, that's-
So how come you were able to play single notes when I bullied you and you weren't before? Do you need more bullying?
well, it could be that, but also when you bullied me the first time, right? I did it on practiced on my Hohner ES20, and I still couldn't do it. So I then sort of grasped the nettle and totally unscrewed the harmonica, took the plates off it,
Ooh.
and I got the plates off, and then I could see the reeds below it, and I had a good look at them.
Yeah.
And I got a small screwdriver and a flat bladed screwdriver and just twanged them, each one. And I could get most of them to sound, but there was two I couldn't get them to sound very well. So I messed about with them for a bit. Then I put it all back together again.
Nothing worked.
No, it didn't work very well. It was a bit better. I have to say it was a bit better. But then I thought, okay, I'll try a few other harmonicas here. And the one that came out best was this backpack harp, HUANG,
Wang.
in the key of Wang, in the key of A, which I had kicking about for years. There was no reason why it should have been the one that seemed to be okay, but anyway, it was. So I don't know. I'm now in a bit of a quandary as to whether to deem this Honer, which has got new, whether I should be deeming it not very good and maybe try and get a better one, or.
You coming to the festival? You coming to the Harmonica Festival?
Sorry, no, I'm not going to get to that.
Okay.
It's too far away from me.
Yeah. Well, you can if you've properly destroyed the old one, you can send it to John Cook and have him fix it for you.
All right, yeah. I don't know if I've actually really totally destroyed it. I'll quickly, if you can bear this, I'll quickly try and play Happy Birthday on this C one and see what you think.
Well, it sounded all right, but Ed's putting pizza in his ears, so it can't be that good.
Well, I don't know. It's not really to my ears. I think the A sounds a bit better than the Honer.
I think you just need to get your targeting sorted out, so you actually get single notes. Doesn't matter which harmonica really, and then use whichever you prefer. Why don't you try on one of these?
Oh, it's a small one, yeah.
So the holes are very small.
Okay.
So how on earth can I make my mouth as small enough to get into just one hole? I don't know. But the muscles seem to do it. So it must be just muscle training, mustn't it, I think?
Yeah. See, when you try to put the harmonica deep into your mouth, do you have it actually touching the front of your teeth?
Goes beyond the teeth.
Behind the teeth?
Yeah, past the teeth, towards the throat.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, try
not
that.
Always.
Aye.
If you were tongue blocking,
All right, actually,
it's going right through your teeth.
Well,
if
that could be something I can try.
If you're U blocking, you wouldn't do that. If you're puckering, it would be outside of the teeth. If you're tongue blocking, it's inside the teeth. If it's everything else is outside the teeth, I think. for most people. But you still want to create when the wall of your lips there, it needs to have this passing through it.
Yes.
It doesn't want to have something that opens up like a funnel that starts thin at the mouth at the harmonica and gets open. It wants to be a nice smooth tube, a funnel of air.
Yeah.
That's quite a large straw, isn't it? It's a big fat straw. It's a straw that a Bic biro moves around in. A Bic biro is a lot smaller than that, and that's the size that you need your mouth to be.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
But yours must be double that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, it must. I can't deny that.
So you've got to stand in front of a mirror,
Yeah.
grab a pen or a straw, and train your lips. If you're puckering, you've got to train your lips to only go into one hole.
Okay. Fair enough. That's what I'll try.
Have you got a mirror? You have mirrors in Scotland?
Yes, there's one or two.
One or
Get
two.
one from a neighbour.
I'm just joking with you. I know you have mirrors in Scotland. So that's it. Lip muscle training, Neil. That's what you need.
Sure, right.
And
Fair
stop
enough.
destroying harmonicas.
Right.
You don't need to take them apart unless you need to take them apart. Don't take them apart for fun and start poking around with them. You don't need to.
That's okay, fair enough. Lesson learned.
I wouldn't be pinging the reeds unless something isn't working. Then I would ping the reeds
Right, yeah.
to check them. But if they're working, I wouldn't check them.
Okay,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
right, okay.
But it's coming on anyway. Whatever I say, it's coming on. It just takes time.
Yeah.
And when you start going from playing chords to single notes, you have 0% accuracy. Now, what would you say is your accuracy for getting single notes? About 40%?
Yeah, I would
30
say
to
that.
40%?
I wouldn't put it any higher than that.
So gradually you'll increase. You'll get 50, 60%, 70%, 80%. I'm probably on about 95%.
Right.
I'm not 100% accurate. I'm probably 95% accurate.
Do you blow quite softly?
Depends. Yes and no.
Okay. Because I think I blow too hard.
No. You're hardly using any air at all.
Okay.
But each individual person has different amounts of air, different amounts of energy, different muscle strength. And when I went to see Giles Robson the other day, the man is like a bear. He just the air going through the man is just huge. The effort that he puts in. You listen to Brendan Power or something when he's finished playing a note. There's just explosions of air everywhere.
Right. Okay.
So I need to put more welly into it. Maybe we all do.
Yeah.
Give it the beans. Blow the back off it.
Aye.
I don't know. Generally, I prefer to play quietly, more acoustic kind of stuff. But depends. So depends on the circumstances. Okay, well done, Neil. Keep going. And David's here. Hi, David. How are you doing? Good to see you, sir. Very good to see you. Excellent. What are you up to harmonica-wise these days? Can unmute if you want, David.
Yeah, I'm not sure if my kit's working. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, gotcha.
Good, because, well, moving house, so my kit's been to pieces for about 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm just trying to get it together now,
Oh, right.
which I'm holding in my hand.
Have you moved into the new place yet?
No, not yet. No, but it's there ready. And everything else, well, I've still had a bit to do, but
Ugh, what a nightmare, isn't it? Moving house.
and I've moved my office as well, so which is what the real problem is about not having. So I've had to set up my own, buy another computer and set up a whole system at home to do, well, what I want to do at home, which is like what we're doing now. So
hard work. Good luck. Okay.
Are you in Stephen's garden, David, with Stephen?
Yeah, you're with Stephen, aren't you?
yeah, it does. Yeah, like I probably noticed the stuff I've been switching around, and so I think I'm trying to get something done for later on tonight, and so one of the backgrounds I've got.
Very nice, very romantic. Thank you for bringing that to us.
You can get that's about, I guess.
Right, that's enough of that. Let's get back onto harmonica stuff. So, Steve, Tula, Cliff, harmonica stuff. Talk to me. We're going to stay here till we sort this out.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, just a little word about what you were speaking earlier about learning musical theory, because I too was in that bracket. But I bought myself a music manuscript, and it has theory in it. And of course, there's then blank pages where you can practice, writing the treble clef, bass clef, and then writing the notature as you go.
Nice.
And I've started it. I'm a bit out of practice, but yeah, I found it useful. There's a lot of good theory in them. I bought a Woodstock one, and so I don't know who that guy was you were speaking to, but I found it useful. It gives you the theory, plus you can practice doing it on a regular basis.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to get back into writing. Writing music is, I don't mean composing music, but I was thinking when I listened to that chap Giles the other day, and I was thinking, would people like to know what he's doing? Should I tab out some of the stuff that he's doing? So that's occurred to me that maybe I should, with his.
I don't know if I consider myself as a late developer, and I certainly didn't have a talent for music in all the 10 schools I went to. So I didn't have the confidence to take any kind of musical instrument on, or I wasn't persuaded. But yeah, it's if you live long enough, you can find it out, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, you can. Yeah, good call. Good call. I must order some manuscript paper. I've kind of forgotten about it, but it's rather a nice thing to do. Oh, there you go. That's the same book as I had about 100 years ago. It's still there.
I don't know. You can see that, can you?
Yeah. Lovely. Music manuscript book. There you go. I think, we're studying music, so why not? No musician ever lost a gig because they could understand the written form of music. But it's not essential. If you've got time, if you've got interest, if you like cracking the code, it's an interesting little code to crack. Ed, you should definitely be doing this. Absolutely, definitely.
Yeah. On that note,
which note? B flat.
Another plug for Olaf's book.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
He's got a beautiful little introduction to musical notation. There's nothing complicated.
Yeah.
It's explaining all the things, and it's very nice to have stuff like that. I mean, 40 years ago, I could read music, but I can't now. But I am coming back to it now,
and I think at the very basic level, it can show you gradients. If you see the dots going dee 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 dee, well, it's going up, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you see the dots going down, dee 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 dee, at that basic level, it's nice to just sort of follow the swirl of something. If you're trying to understand how to play Duke, for example, well, those top two notes are repeated. Dee, dee. I mean, that's pretty obvious when you see it written down. You know, just a simple phrasing like that. Maybe the gradient can help you. And then if you look at it and there's kind of more ink on the page, that generally means it's going faster or the notes are shorter. So really, written music at its basic form tells you two things: what sound to make, and that could be a sound of silence. So what sound to make and how long to hold that on for. That's the two basic things written music does for you: what sound to make and how long to hold it for. That's it. That's all you need to know, really, at this level.
Yeah, at the moment I'm not actually doing a 90 days, but I'm back in the bit. I'm trying to get into the bit about pentatonic scales and stuff like that, and I keep finding bits of information, and sometimes it's good. I think, oh yeah, that makes sense. But other times I'm thinking, oh, why did it say that? And one of the things that I printed out for myself was it was all to do with major and minor scales.
Yeah.
But the point that I didn't understand, I do understand it now once I thought about it. But on the musical stay that we were talking about, notes on adjacent sort of lines and spaces, which you might think are always half a step apart, but they're actually not, because the musical stave going up line space line space line space line space is diatonic,
Correct.
not chromatic, and I didn't know that. I thought, oh my god, why do they do that? But it actually makes sense when you're playing the scales, because that's working on the scales, and it sort of helps you to work out why different things happen in the pentatonic minor scale and in the major. And I'm not saying it's made complete sense to me now, but picking up loads of stuff like that, I suppose you can keep picking it up for another 50 years, can't you? Well, I can't, but you could.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can explore it on a very basic level if you want to, and that's probably good enough for most people. You don't have to go into vast amounts of theory. We have got a course called Music Theory, which any of you can have a look at, and it's under construction because I keep adding bits to it. But it's quite interesting. The history of music theory is quite interesting, and there's quite a lot about that. So it might be worth a look if you're interested in music theory. Take that course. I'll tell you what number it is if you want. In a minute. Just going to open the PDF. Here we are. Can't see it. Music Theory, 22. It's just after 21 is the big songbook. So if you want to learn a bit more about music theory, that might be a good place to start. I've never gone into it in great detail because harmonica players are allergic to things of a serious nature. Okay, good stuff. All right, we've got a few minutes left. Tula, Stephen, anything from you guys? Do you want any help with anything? Or Sean? Tula?
You were talking about how you start with a new song or a new tune that you wish to play.
Yes.
For me, it's mostly the way it goes like that. I hear some music in my head, and then I try to find the harp that suits that music.
Okay.
And then I just go on playing. I don't ask any taps
Okay.
or
Does it just come to you?
Yeah, often. Yeah, I just have something here in my head. Do you want to hear?
Yes.
Maybe you know this.
It's too early to tell.
Sorry?
It's too early to tell.
Okay, yeah. Ed knows that, do you?
I think I could play it. I'm not sure if I could name it. Are you trying to play single notes, sir, or chords?
I didn't try anything. I tried to find a tune.
Can you play it with single notes, please?
I can try. This is only a part of that melody.
Yeah.
It's about the Union Girl, isn't it? It's an American working class song.
Okay.
For it's a young girl who has gone to this organization, to the union.
Yeah. It's a nice tune, isn't it? Very nice.
No, not bad. Yeah.
Beautiful,
But
yeah.
so they only come.
But this is because you've had a lot of experience. You've got many years of having a harmonica around.
Yeah, possibly.
Tula, was it you that was talking about the fields of Bath and Rye? Or am I mistaken?
Are you speaking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't understand. What did you say?
That song, the song called "The Fields of Bath and Rye."
It was Miriam.
Was that you that? Sorry.
It was Miriam in a room after.
Oh, was it Miriam? All right.
Okay. Some Irish, Scottish songs was talking about. Yeah, so I don't need to search for notes, but then if I want to play it better, so I can check some things, I find that taps were not that often, but
yeah,
notes. I read music when needed.
Yeah, there's a course I did called 101 Folk Tunes. It's course number 38, 101 folk tunes. And that was all learning by ear. So I went to the Sidmouth Folk Festival 2 years running, and I went each time to a workshop which was called Session Tunes, Folk Songs, played at a steady pace. And each song is played for about 7 minutes, 6 or 7 minutes, slowly. And there was nothing written down. There is a book you can buy, but there's nothing written down. So this is learning by ear. And because the song goes over, it just goes on and on and on for 6 or 7 minutes, you gradually just find it. Like Tula was saying, they tell you what key it's in. So they'll say, oh, it's in the key of G. So I might be thinking, okay, I'll grab a G harmonica then, and I'll just see if I can find it. Can I find part of it? Can I find, if the tune is in 4 beats to the bar, can I find maybe the first note of each bar? And if it was something like could I find maybe the first time round I might be able to find that, and then the second time I might be able to find a bit more. And then gradually it starts repeating and repeating. You get into it for 5-7 minutes. So on this course that I've done, you can repeat that 7 minutes a number of times. And I think that's the same with learning any tune, whether it be blues or folk or jazz or rock. If it's a tune, if it's a specific tune you want, this is different from improvising, then just repetition and having some knowledge. What key is it in? That'll help. What's the starting note? That'll help. All these things will help. If you're improvising, it's a different thing. If you're trying to improvise in blues or something, that's a different thing, really, because you're not trying to necessarily find a melody, are you, Sean? You're not looking for a specific tune if you're improvising in blues.
No, you're not, but what often happens is that you end up playing the tune anyway when you play too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you end up following the lyrics sometimes rather than playing in between.
Yes.
So you do inadvertently sort of end up learning the tune anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but you never started out to do that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, a lot of blues doesn't really have much of a tune, does it?
No, I mean just following the lyrics. You can sort of play. You end up sort of playing through the whole song when you don't need to.
Yeah. But that can lead to good phrasing.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that sometimes you inadvertently can learn a tune by not meaning to learn a tune, because you carry on playing through the singer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you were taking a solo, if you were doing something, let me think of a song with lyric, Trouble in Mind, for example.
Yeah.
Trouble in Mind. So you might kind of play what you would be singing.
Yeah.
I'm blue, but I won't be blue always, because the sun's gonna shine in my back door someday. So I'm almost singing it. I'm doing what a singer would do and phrasing it. So you'd hear. Now, if I was improvising as well as that, but I think Sean's right. You would very much lean on the lyrics in order to get your phrasing, and don't play too much.
Yeah, especially in the call and response parts, you sort of in that tune as well, specifically, I suppose.
Yeah.
You're trying to, mimic what he's singing.
Yeah. Exactly.